The dream of a boy named Yusuf. The night sky over Canaan shimmered like a sea of diamonds. The stars hung so low that it felt as if they were whispering secrets to the earth. In a small home surrounded by olive trees, a young boy named Yusuf lay awake, his heart racing with excitement after a dream so vivid it felt more real than life itself. He hurried to his father, Prophet Jacob, who was known for his wisdom and deep love for all his children. "Father," Yusuf said softly, his eyes glowing with innocence, "I saw 11 stars, the sun, and the moon all bowing down to me." Jacob looked at his son with quiet awe. He knew this dream was not an ordinary one. It was a divine message that Yusuf was destined for greatness. But he also knew that such visions could spark jealousy in the hearts of others. He placed a gentle hand on Yusuf's shoulder. "My beloved son," he said with a calm voice, "do not share this dream with your brothers, for they might become jealous of you. Allah has chosen you for something special, and He will teach you the meaning of dreams." Yusuf nodded, but deep inside, his young heart couldn't fully understand what his father meant. All he knew was that he felt something powerful, something beyond his understanding, calling him toward a destiny written in the heavens. A seed of jealousy. Yusuf's brothers, strong and older, often noticed how their father showed special care for him and his younger brother, Benjamin. To them, it seemed unfair. "Father loves Yusuf more than all of us," one of them said bitterly. "Why should we let him take all of Father's love? We are the ones who work in the fields and tend the flocks." The jealousy that began as a whisper soon grew into a storm in their hearts. They started to see Yusuf not as their brother, but as a rival, a shadow standing between them and their father's affection. One day, while sitting together, the eldest brother said coldly, "Let's get rid of Yusuf. Then Father's attention will be you." Another brother hesitated, guilt flickering across his eyes. "But he's our blood. What will we say to Father?" The eldest replied, "We'll tell him a wolf devoured Yusuf while we were away. Father will grieve, but he'll forget in time." The brothers exchanged tense looks, a mixture of fear, guilt, and wicked determination. A plan was set, and destiny moved quietly forward. The day of betrayal. The next morning, Yusuf's brothers approached Jacob with false smiles. "Father," one said, "let Yusuf come with us today. We'll take him to play and run in the fields." Jacob hesitated. He sensed something uneasy in their tone. "I fear the wolf might harm him," he said softly, looking at his beloved son. They laughed. "A wolf? We'll protect him. Don't worry, Father." After much pleading, Jacob reluctantly agreed, though his heart felt heavy with unease. He watched as they walked away, Yusuf waving back with a bright smile that would soon vanish into a day of darkness. As soon as they reached a secluded area, the brothers' smiles faded. They grabbed Yusuf, ignoring his cries and confusion. "What have I done?" he pleaded. "Why are you hurting me?" Their hearts had turned cold. They dragged him toward a deep well in the wilderness. Without mercy, they threw him inside. Yusuf's voice echoed from the darkness below, "Brothers, please." But their footsteps faded. They left him there, alone, frightened, and betrayed, while they returned home with his shirt stained in false blood, telling their father, "A wolf has eaten Yusuf." Jacob fell to the ground, grief consuming him. He pressed the shirt to his face, whispering, "My Yusuf, my precious son." Tears filled his eyes, yet his faith in Allah did not waver. "I will be patient," he said through sobs. And Allah is the best of comforters. Light in the darkness. In the silent depth of the well, Yusuf clung to a stone ledge. The night was cold, but his heart whispered with faith. He looked up toward the faint light above. He looked up toward the faint light above and prayed, "My Lord, you are with me, even here." Then, by divine plan, a caravan of travelers passed by. A man threw down his bucket and felt something unusual when he pulled it up. It was a young boy, bruised but alive. Good heavens! The man cried. Look what we've found. A slave boy. They took Yusuf along, not knowing he was chosen by Allah, destined to change nations. The journey to Egypt. Days later, the caravan reached Egypt, the land of gold and palaces. There, Yusuf was sold in the slave market for a handful of silver coins, a price far too small for someone who would one day rule the land. A nobleman known as Al-Aziz, a high-ranking official, bought him. When he saw Yusuf's face calm, pure, and filled with quiet strength, he turned to his wife and said, "Treat him kindly. Perhaps he will benefit us, or we may even adopt him as a son." As the palace doors closed behind him, Yusuf's story entered a new chapter, one filled with tests, temptations, and divine wisdom. Little did he know, the dream of the stars bowing before him had only just begun.